So then the part that you're probably a little more interested in, setting up the bell schedules. All right, so we already have in here a bell schedule. I don't know what's just called bell. We normally set up one called normal day. So it looks like we have one playing at 9:55. That's it. We'll go ahead and delete this one. We're going to start over. I'm going to click the plus. I'm going to call it normal day. Under color, I would recommend color coding. I'd say it's a requirement to color code your templates. You have the option of color coding your events as well. That's optional. But how you color code your templates is how you will recognize them on the month view. So I'm going to create a normal day. We're going to come through here, set up your bell schedule, plus add a new event. If you already had some in here, you'd have duplicate, edit, and delete as well. If you click the plus, it's going to create a new event at the current time. What's easier, I think, is to double click on your timeline at the approximate time. And if you're good and you can get it right at the right time, you don't have to adjust it. Otherwise, you just set your time. You can give it a name. You can give it a color. Those are all optional. But then you select your audio sequence. So I'm going to select bell. Then you select what zones you want to go to. 750 is going to go to all zones. And I'll say OK. And now you have a new 750 bell. I'm going to double click here. That one right on 8 o'clock. We're also going to play the bell to all zones.
Is there a way to test it here?
Not really. I mean, we could set it to play tomorrow morning, or I could set one for, I don't know, 12:35.
No, that's fine.
But if you want to test, the easiest way would be audio sequences. Find your bell, say test, and play it where you want to play it.
All right.
Or, like we did earlier, you can put it on a button and then play it wherever you want to play it. And then 9:15.
9:15, we want a different sound. That's the attendance.
Yep. We have a 9:15 audio. That's the scale that plays.
Yep.
I'm going to say OK. So now we have a 7:50, 8 o'clock, 9:15.
And this automatically does it every day?
Well, we haven't assigned it to the calendar, so it's not going to play any day yet.
Okay.
So the next step, now that once you have a template for a day set up, we're going to come to the month view and we're going to assign it to days. Again, Windows standard selection. You can click and drag a range. You can use Control. You can use Shift to make your selection.
So highlight the days.
Yep, just highlight whatever days you're going to apply it to and then hit Assign. And they'll show up there. The easier way to do it for the rest of your school year is they have a feature built in here called Range. So I'm just going to say Range. You're going to select a template. I'm going to select Normal Day. We want this to go all weekdays. What's your first day of school is 25th?
25th.
Do you want to play a day before that just so you can hear them?
Yes.
Well,
We'll start it.
we'll come back and add that.
Okay.
And then your last day of school,
June 4th.
if you already had some in here, you can say override existing and it'll go ahead and erase those and put in what you're assigning. If you don't select that, anything you already have in there will stay in place.
Okay.
And it'll just skip those days. So I'm going to say OK. It's going to think for a little bit while it sets up all of the different days. And then you can see they turn green. So what day do you want your early day?
Let's do that Friday.
Okay. I'm just going to assign it
Just
to that
click
day.
assign.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you, do you know any of your upcoming holidays, work days, when you don't want it?
Let's take it off Thanksgiving week.
Okay. So we can come in here, delete.
Oh, that's easy. Okay.
Might as well go and do Christmas here. Now are you off the week before it all?
No, we just have these 2 weeks.
Okay. come back on Monday.
And spring break is here. Perfect. That's
Pretty
then-
simple.
It's easy.
And then when you
Okay.
know your teacher work days, in-service days,
Just click it.
just click it, delete it,
Okay.
it's done. If you want to create a Friday template, you can go through and apply that to Fridays. So maybe it does do a dismissal and plays Happy Trails like McKinney North.
Hallelujah chorus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some common ones you may want to make: late start, early dismissal, testing days, because you could do the same schedule as your normal day, but create some testing zones so that it excludes the hallways and excludes any rooms testing's going on.
Okay.
But then it could still play in all the other classrooms.